Why, hello, folks, and welcome to the Community Hall live show, the show that we do every Sunday night here, a part of the My DVC Points Network. And tonight we're going to be talking about the best and worst DVC resort lounges. But before we do that, like we do every show, let's start off with when are we going home? When are we going back to a Disney Vacation Club resort? So feel free, folks, to leave a comment in the comments and we'll be sure to display it. But let's start off with our panel tonight. And Gina, when are we going home?
All right. So it's 133 days. We booked a trip in June for a listener meetup. So Jake will be seeing you there. And then after that, it's going to be 160 days until we go to Alani, like right after. And then after Alani, we're doing the 50th in October. So whenever that is.
Nice. Yeah, we're all so excited about the listener meetup in June. We'll be sending details for that soon as we get a head count for everything. And Alani, I know that's just going to be a blast. So, but Eric, when are we heading home?
I'm heading home in 142 days, and I don't know where yet. And this isn't me trying to be secretive. This is I don't have my points yet, so I will know when I know. You guys will know. But 142 days, and then 360-ish, 380-ish for next spring break. So
nice.
At least you have one right there in the middle between now and spring break to hold you over. All right, Brad, when are we heading home?
Oh,
Brad,
you're muted.
hold on.
You're muted. That's okay.
I needed my sign language interpreter over here. So yeah, 115 days I will be out with you guys. So part of the non-planned but we can't wait meetup. So I'll be out there for that part. Going to be doing 2-bedroom Old Key West with my family, and then going over to Animal Kingdom to do club level for a couple of days. Awesome. But I can't wait that long. That's 115 days away. So I will actually be there in 15 more sleeps.
What?
For a daddy-daughter trip. And I can't wait. So we're going to be staying at Bay Lake Tower, which we've never stayed. So it'll be my first time there. And
you'll enjoy it.
So wish there was fireworks so I could really enjoy it. But
yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. We're excited for you. I can't wait. I'm excited for you.
Maybe we'll find you something else to do tonight instead of the fireworks.
Yeah. Maybe I'll finally get to go see Top of the World Lounge.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully.
Well, it's not open now, but one can hope if Disney surprises us. Come on, Disney. You can do it. All right. Well, Roxanne, when are you heading back home?
All right. So we are trying Vero Beach first time, 49 days. And the funny thing is we are studio people normally. We've just started getting into 1-bedroom, but we are doing a 3-bedroom cottage.
Oh my gosh.
That's going to be a blast.
So many points I need to get rid of. I'm just like, 5 nights.
So big.
Yeah, that will ruin you for all other resorts.
You're going to love it.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I'm excited.
You're going to absolutely love it. I've heard nothing but good things about the cabins at, or not the cabins, the cottages over at Vero Beach. Cabins would be a little out of place, wouldn't it? So, all right, Alicia, when are you going home?
Well, we're super excited. So we won't be going back with our family until October. But my daughter and I, we found one more week to enjoy Florida a little bit longer. So we're going to be probably heading back tomorrow, Tuesday.
Love it.
I mean, we really need to see that M&M place. And I hear that Chad's over there, so we might have to go, to a
meetup.
I think he needs a sticker. I might have to go bring him a sticker. So.
Yeah.
Oh my God, your days of being an honorary Floridian are numbered.
I know. I started making TikToks about him. But yeah, there's those Target runs. They're just so easy down here, I tell you.
They are. Target and Publix are our jam here in South Florida. So, yeah. So, all right, Amy, when are you heading back home?
We are 34 days from Hilton Head, and then 256 days until Jumbo and Polly for the Wine and Dine half marathon that probably won't happen. And 318 days for the marathon that probably won't happen, but I'm going anyway.
Nice.
Just do it on your own.
Nice. Yeah.
I really want those Run Disney races to happen. I can't wait for that. I know I'm scheduled for Wine and Dine, and I just booked my marathon weekend hotel over this past weekend. So I'm just like, I'm hoping we hear something soon. But congratulations to all of the Princess virtual finishers, by the way. That was this weekend. So if you guys ran that, huge congratulations.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so let's see when our crowd is heading home. So we have the Magic in the music that Happy Sunday, and they're heading home in July.
Bye.
Nice. And we got Shannon's tuning in and saying hi, friends. So hi, Shannon.
She passed Rofer today, so she's the newest owner.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Welcome home.
That's great.
Nice. And we got Mark Koppel tuning in, and he is saying hello, all the not Chad folks. And hi. He's 213 days away from Copper Creek, a Copper Creek getaway.
His number keeps getting smaller and
It
smaller.
does. I love
Awesome.
seeing every week.
When he first posted it a while back, I was like, oh, I'd be
300. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we got Patricia saying she is 6 days for herself and the grandsons, and warm weather, here we come.
So great.
Nice. Yeah, you're gonna love the warm weather here. In 6 days, you're less than a week out, just six sleeps away.
Yeah, and the forecast looks fantastic, so that'll be great.
Yeah, it looks great. And then we have Dan Austin saying that they are 286 days away from a 2-bedroom somewhere. So
They're in the same situation as I am. Yeah, it's need the point, then we can book.
Yes.
Right.
Because we both just passed Rofers, and at least I wrote a great big check this week. So
Good.
it's getting closer.
Yes.
yeah,
Points will
nice.
be in your account soon.
Soon, and that puts them right around Christmas time, which is the most magical time of the year to be there. One of my favorite times to be at Walt Disney World.
Definitely.
And then we got Lauren saying that she's heading to Copper Creek in January of 2022 for sure, and not changing the dates.
Had a girl.
There
Good
you
job,
go.
Lauren. Lauren's a California girl with me, so we need to get going out. So good.
Nice. Yeah, I'm excited for her. January should be an interesting time, getting into the still part of the 50th anniversary that we just found out is going 18 months.
18 months.
So she'll be right in the mix of that.
Yeah, that's great. I'm so excited for you, Lauren.
Yeah, and then we got Dan saying that he's sending his big check tomorrow.
Okay.
It's
Did you
not
need my
spending it;
address,
it's an
Dan?
investment.
Yes.
No, just the routing number and account number.
Nice. Well, thank you everybody for sharing when you're going home, and it looks like we are just about ready to start this thing off. So let's drop everybody down and get this show on the road.
Welcome home, neighbors.
Welcome home, neighbors.
Hello, neighbors.
We're listening from
Arizona,
Florida,
Maryland, New York, New Jersey,
Indianapolis,
California,
Utah,
Michigan,
Massachusetts, Georgia, Canada,
Our home resort is
Animal Kingdom, Polynesia,
Bay Lake Tower,
Old Key West,
Riviera,
Boardwalk,
Alani Resort,
Boulder Ridge, Copper Creek,
Grand Floridian,
Saratoga Springs,
Beach Club,
and Wilderness Lodge.
and you're listening to
and you're listening
You're listening
to
to my
DVC
Points.
Why, hello everyone, and welcome to the Community Hall podcast, part of the My DVC Points Network. My name is Jake, and I'm going to go ahead and be your host for this evening. And tonight we're going to be talking about DVC Resort lounges and also the member lounges. So we have a fun show in store for you, and I got a couple of friends to help me out. But before we do that, let's go ahead and talk about our sponsor for this evening, and that's going to be DVC Resale Market. And they specialize in DVC contracts as opposed to going direct. You can save a ton of money going through the resale market. They've got great agents. All of their representatives actually were former DVC guides. So you have the same experience and knowledge of the product at a fraction of the price. And I know I've used them before. A bunch of members in our community and team members have used them. So feel free to hit them up and give them your business and let them know you heard about him here on the My DVC Points Network. And now let's go ahead and welcome in my team for the evening, and let's get this show on the road. So the first person I want to welcome is our co-host, Alicia.
Hey, Jake, how's it going?
Good. Happy to have you here talking about DVC lounges. I know you love the lounges just like I do.
Yeah,
We're
no,
gonna
I
have a
had
lot
to
of-
bring a little cocktail with me, let's just, if we're talking cocktails and fun things, we might as well have fun with it too.
Of course, we got to fit the part, right? And let's welcome in our other regular co-host, and that is going to be Mr. Brad. Hey, Brad, how are you doing?
Hey, everybody, doing good. And I brought my usual coffee, my Joffrey's. That's what I did. So.
Well, I got work early in the morning, so I got water, but it's okay. We're just gonna play the
We've
part,
covered
right?
it all.
Yeah, we've covered it all. We got water, coffee, and a drink. So let's go ahead and welcome in our other co-host for the evening, Roxanne. Hey, Roxanne, how are you doing this evening?
Good. Happy to be here, guys.
Awesome. We are really happy to have you here. And then let's welcome in another co-host. You may have seen her before, and that's going to be Amy. So hi, Amy. How are you doing this evening?
Good. How are you guys?
Doing great. Talking about DVC and Disney on a Sunday night. You really can't beat that. So let's go over our topic for tonight. And we're going to be talking about DVC Resort lounges. And these are going to be those lounges inside the deluxe hotels. We're going to go ahead and exclude Top of the World Lounge and the Epcot member lounge just for now. We'll get to those in its own round later on. So just to give you an idea of the lounges that we're going to be talking about, some examples are Gurgling Suitcase over at Old Key West, Boardwalk, we have the Abracadabar, Beach Club, Martha's Vineyard, Saratoga Springs, Turf Club, Animal Kingdom, Victoria Falls, Bay Lake Tower, The Lounge, Aulani Off the Hook, Grand Floridian, Enchanted Rose, Poly, Trader Sam's, and of course everybody's favorite, I'm sure, Copper Creek, Geyser Point. That's a big one amongst, and the Territory Lounge, of course. So I just went through that list in summary, but just not limited to those. If you have another one on your mind, feel free to share it. So our first question for this evening is going to be, what is your favorite lounge for food and beverage? So which lounge has the best food and drink for you? And I'm going to go ahead and throw the question over to Alicia. Which is your favorite lounge for food and drinks?
Okay, so this one is probably, I'm going to, take a lot of happy, ones that everybody else wants as well, because I'm going to say Trader Sam's. Only because their drink selection is rocking out of the world. Whether you're a drinker or not, they have non-alcoholics too, but their signature drinks, you can get them usually with different cups and things. And it's really hard to get into. So that's why it's kind of like a coveted kind of experience, I think, especially now. But it just, their selections, and really, I think they knock it out of the park of being a total experience of having a lounge of staying there. So it makes it kind of fun.
Nice. Yeah, Trader Sam's is so much fun, and they have a lot of good things there. But so Brad, which one's your favorite for food and beverage?
Yeah, so it's funny because I was telling everybody earlier, I haven't been to any of the lounges, to be honest with you, at Disney World. And then all of a sudden you just said the list, and I did remember another one that I enjoyed a lot. And so I actually do have a favorite I'd pick. I would have normally said Trader Sam's. I went to the one in Disneyland when they first opened, and took my kids. Stood out in line for 2 hours to get in, and you're exactly right. It was so much fun. We didn't drink alcohol, but we had a lot of fun with the non-alcoholic drinks, and then watching the show, the stuff they do with those drinks. We had fun on their expense, so that was great. But I will go ahead and give a shout out to another one you mentioned, and that's the Olelo Lounge. That is in at Aulani. We actually stopped there. We didn't really even realize that it was a lounge at first because there was no bartender behind the bar when we first went in. But we had seen the menu somewhere listed, so we went in to eat the stuff on the poo-poo platters, and really good sashimi. If you're into that kind of thing, the Korean style chicken wings were really good. And so Olelo Lounge was really, really good, and a lot of fun to sit there and look at all the words on the walls that are Hawaiian words that they would translate into English, and us trying to figure out how to really say it in Hawaiian.
Nice.
I bet they have a lot of really good tropical drinks.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun there. I mean, and I honestly, I didn't realize it was a lounge. First, it was just they had so much there that you could do. So it's cool.
Did they serve any in a coconut?
I didn't see any in a coconut there. So don't think that's their thing there. It's too fancy. But.
I'm telling you, I can't wait to head out to Aulani and hit up all these places. I know Chad was just there giving us a review of there. I can't wait. So I'll definitely be hitting that up when I go. But all right, Roxanne, which one's your favorite?
All right, piggybacking off Alicia, the Poly, I think, has 3 awesome choices, which I've frequented all 3. Call myself the lounge lizard. Not just the alcohol. I got to tell you, the food's really good too. But I love Trader Sam's, and outside Trader Sam's is the Tiki Terrace. At night, they've got the tiki lights, kind of like Alani. You got the beach, the sand. I mean, it's just the whole vibe. You really feel like you're on vacation. And then upstairs by Ohana is the Tambu Lounge, and they have some really good like chicken wings and whatnot. So I would say the Poly's got the 3 right off the bat that are just amazing.
You can bar hop all over at Poly. Like they're
Don't even have
painkillers.
to leave the one resort, huh?
You're right. My favorite drink there is the painkillers out at their tiki bar out there. Those are
Yeah.
good.
Yep. And they have beer flights if you don't like the mixed drinks. I mean, there's all kinds of good stuff at the Poly, and can't go wrong.
Nice. And I love that you brought up Tambu Lounge because that's a place where I like to go because I love Ohana, but sometimes I'm just not in the mood to eat all that food. A lot of the things on their menu, they actually come from Ohana. And I know sometimes you can get the bread pudding. I don't believe it's on the menu, but they'll still get it for you if you want it. So I love that lounge. And you still can kind of hear the ukulele going on in the main restaurant, the little show. So it's like a mini Ohana, I like to call it.
Yeah. Great. Really fun.
Yeah. So, all right, Amy.
I am going to have to go with Geyser Point. I feel like I've told this story before, but I had the best veggie burger I've ever had anywhere at Geyser Point. They'll make whatever burger they have. They'll make it with a Beyond Burger. And I had one that had onion straws and barbecue sauce, and I don't even know what else on it. And my friend said that I never took a breath. Like, I just ate the whole thing without putting it down and never took a breath. And Geyser Point is also where I discovered I like Moscow mules. I'd never had one before, and we had the dining plan for one night, so I had to pick the most expensive drink to go with my dinner. And I thought my lips were on fire, but now I've discovered that I absolutely love them. And they have a black cherry mule that I go back for every single time we're there. Even if it's just to take the boat over from Magic Kingdom just to get the black cherry mule, I'm going to do it.
Nice. Yeah, I know that's like a big favorite amongst especially our crowd. We got a lot of Copper Creek fans out there. So definitely that's one. Now for me, my favorite is going to be the Enchanted Rose at the Grand Floridian. I absolutely love the menu options over there. We always get the brisket sliders and the truffle fries, and those 2 things is incredible. Sometimes we even just end up over there for dinner because they have so much, like a lot of seating there just to hang out. They have indoor seating, outdoor seating, and it's themed after Beauty and the Beast. And it's pretty new. It's a nice modern restaurant. They have some really nice specialty drinks that the people who I travel with, they like to drink, so they enjoy going there. And we just love being able to hear used to be able to hear the orchestra from up there, and now it's the piano. But it's just an overall really, really fun vibe over at Enchanted Rose. So I definitely go ahead and check that out.
Which floor is that on?
That's going to be on the 2nd floor. So the same floor where the monorail drops you off. It's where Meisner's used to be. That was the old name of it, and now it's Enchanted Rose near the gift shop. So you got everything all in that floor basin. So it's happening now in the Grand Floridian on the 2nd floor.
It really is surprising how much is on that floor.
Yeah.
Like when you go up there and you're like, oh, they have, like you said, basin is there and things like that. So you could like have a cocktail and go shopping, like bonus.
Yeah, it's perfect. If you're going there for Magic Kingdom, it's just you don't even got to go up and down the stairs. Just the monorail drops you off, and it's absolutely perfect for like a mid-afternoon snack because it opens up at 5.
And if you just sold your kidney and you have extra cash, you could go to Victoria and Albert's.
There you go. It's right next door. That and
Slip right in there.
Citrus. Just hit up all the Grand Floridian restaurants in one night. Just be bougie.
Lots of choice.
We were at Enchanted Rose, I think 2 years ago, and someone was having an event down on that beach at the Grand Floridian beach, and they did their own little like pyrotechnics and fireworks show. So we got a little mini fireworks show out the window right there. It was crazy.
Nice. Yeah, I know we've been able to watch Happily Ever After from that little balcony. I know what you're talking about, Amy. It's like they have couches. Sometimes you can get lucky and get one of the couch seating.
Mm-hmm.
Just a really fun vibe to watch fireworks if you want to. But yeah, so let's go ahead and see what our crowd's thinking for their best lounge for food and beverage. And Ron is saying that he loves Trader Sam's. So he's right there with you, Alicia and Roxanne. We got another vote for Trader Sam's in Disneyland from Gina. So Brad, right there with you. We got Kimmy saying Hearthstone over at, I think that's at Grand Californian, and Trader Sam's, that she misses it so much. And yep, Trader Sam's, I miss it.
So for a while, I didn't know that Trader Sam's was an actual like that's like the guy, right? Like from the ride,
Jungle Cruise. Yep.
from the Jungle Cruise. How
Yeah.
fun!
And Hearthstone there, it's a little nook, quiet. You know, if you go into Grand California and it's like out, there's a fireplace out the door, and that's outside. It's really relaxing and real nice there. I know why she likes that, because that's a great place to go hang out.
Nice. And then we got ditto on Trader Sam's. It's a must-do Disneyland Resort experience. That's from Lauren. Nice. And then Ron is saying, just got to experience the Enchanted Rose a few weeks ago while we were there. I'm really digging that one as well now. I'm telling you, Ron, it's a hidden gem. It's right there in the back of the Grand Flow. It's easy to miss, but it's definitely, it's nice to be at.
I bet there at Christmas time would just be amazing.
Oh, it's so incredible because you got a perfect view of the tree depending on where your table's at. And it's honestly, I miss when the orchestra used to be there and you could just hear the sounds of the orchestra.
Yeah.
But they'll bring them back, I'm sure.
They still have some live music going on.
Yep, they have a pianist down there, so at least it's something.
Yeah.
And Lauren saying a Moscow Mule is an excellent choice. And Dan is saying we haven't been to many lounges, but we love Geyser Point. They have a drink not on the menu. I think it's called Blue Wilderness. And Bison Burger is great. Rumor has it no more waffle fries. Oh no! I hope that's just
had
a
them
rumor.
last time I went. Yeah, I've had them a few times. So.
Oh, I love that's probably one of my favorite places to get that, and the Wave have one of the few places you can get waffle fries on property, and I hope that's just a rumor.
Well, maybe I'll have to go back tomorrow and I'll go look for them.
Oh, you might have to just take one for the team.
One for the team.
I'll go with you.
Yeah, we could go. I'm 3 hours away, so we'll meet. We'll meet there for lunch.
Yeah, keep me posted.
And then Mark Koppel saying Geyser Point is great every time. And then Lauren saying Hearthstone is super underrated. Don't tell everyone it's semi-hidden. Is it semi-hidden, Brad? Where is it exactly?
It is. Well, it's kind of it's like to the side of the lobby, and then there's an exit right out. If I remember correctly, it's the exit goes right outside, and there's an outside giant fireplace there and everything. And so it's just tucked away in the corner, and you could walk by it and never even notice it's there. It's really kind of nice. So it's very quiet there.
It's quiet. All right. When I go up to Disneyland, I'm definitely going to hit that one up. Yep. And then the Magic and the Music is saying Geyser Point for food, Trader Sam's for drinks. So giving us a two-part answer there. And I can't say I agree with you there. I disagree with you. I think that's perfect. You go to Geyser. It's perfect. They're all in the Magic Kingdom Resort area. You go to Geyser Point for dinner and then just finish off your night on Trader Sam's.
But there's not an easy way to get from Copper Creek to Poly.
No, I think the best way is you got to take a boat to the Contemporary, then hop on the monorail, and then just loop around. That might be or just Uber.
But don't do that right now, though, because you can't get off the monorail at the Poly.
No, don't do that right now. No.
I tried. No, it took a wild wilderness walk. It didn't. Yeah. No, I got lost in the middle of the jungle. Don't do it.
The monorail driver didn't want to do you the favor and just have you take a jump for it? No?
Not right now.
Did you tell him, do you know who I am?
Yeah, maybe it'll be open here soon.
Yep. And then Willie's telling us it's not a rumor, neighbors. Rebecca and I ate at Geyser Point last Saturday, and they just removed the waffle fries. Oh, no.
Terrible.
Oh, man.
Well, if we all pout and,
complain,
maybe it'll work.
Yeah, that's what we call speaking to the manager.
Yep.
So. And then he's saying it's still our favorite place to lounge and eat on property. Always feels great against the water. And I can't disagree with you. It's awesome.
Yep.
Yep. You can actually watch I believe you can see the electrical water pageant, if I remember correctly, from Geyser Point. So that's awesome. So I think that rounds us out for our comments for this round.
Perfect. That leads me to my favorite, which is which lounge has the best atmosphere. So this one takes the cake for me is Geyser Point. That's my favorite. Like, we are Copper Creek people and we love sitting outside, whether you're just having a cocktail or eating or having a full meal or just grabbing food to go and then sitting, even if the bar is full. But that whole experience is kind of like on a point, and you have the boats going by, you have just wilderness, like for real, everywhere around you. So it's just gorgeous. So hopefully everybody gets to go experience the Wilderness Lodge and Geyser Point just for the experience of the atmosphere.
Nice. Yep. Like somebody was just saying that you're up there against the water. You could watch the electrical water pageant. So I can't disagree with you there.
And a bonus on that too, if you bring any kids, usually non-COVID kind of times, they have activities for your kids to do. So there's, like pool and beanbag toss. So the kids can go away and go do something, and I can sit and enjoy the view even more.
That's the way to do it. All right, Brad.
So now this is where all of you guys that are out there listening to the show, you can help me out and help them out, because I don't have a lot of input, but you do. So make sure you tell us your favorite place for atmosphere. But of course, I'm still going to say when it comes to atmosphere, I think two that just mentioned, if I'm looking to relax, I hadn't even thought of Hearthstone, but that one's a great one where you can just relax and slow down, and it's away from the beaten path, and it's very, very quiet. And of course, the lobby of the Grand California is one of the most relaxing lobbies you'll ever walk into. It's just very, very serene. So I'd say there, but if you want atmosphere for fun, where are you going to go but Trader Sam's? I mean, it's a show with no ticket charge, no cover charge. So I love that. By the way, I was going to tell you, Jake and Alicia, I looked it up while we were going through there, the Olelo room. When you go out there for your trip, Jake, all you got to do at the Olelo Lounge is ask your server about our pineapple option for all cocktails.
Okay.
See, I thought they had pineapple. Oh, pineapple, not coconut, pineapple.
Fun, Hearthstone for quiet and relaxing.
Nice. Awesome. You're talking up a good game there, Brad, and some people in the crowd. So I don't think it's no longer going to be a secret.
Yeah, I should.
That secret's out.
Gina, stop it.
All right, Roxanne, what are you thinking?
All right, a couple things. For DVC, I'm loving the Trader Sam's Grotto because the bar chairs go down, and it's like a trick, and a lot of people don't know it, but as you drink more, they're kind of like lowering the chairs, and you just like sinking, and the bartenders like play jokes on people. It's a really fun atmosphere. People get pretty out of hand. So I really like that atmosphere. I think it's a blast. But I also like at the California Grill, the lounge part of the California Grill, it's very nice. If you can get up there a lot of times if it's not super busy, and they'll let you just go up and stay at the lounge without a reservation. A lot of people don't know that, and you can just hang out there, and you can get the full menu and sit right at the bar area. And there's a couple like bigger cushy chairs over there, and you can do that without a reservation. That's a good option for like party of two. And obviously with the view up there, it's just spectacular. So I would definitely try to sneak up there if it's not on a busy night, because that is a great place to hang out and very classy.
Nice. Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned the California Grill Lounge, because we do that a lot. We hang out at that lounge. We get there right at 5 o'clock, right when it opens, because right now it's like super limited with the physical distancing. I think it's only 6 parties or even less parties at once right now. You get there right at 5 o'clock, and it's the whole menu, and it's perfect for a view of the castle. Like I think that's probably my favorite place to sit in the whole restaurant to watch the fireworks.
Yep.
So nice.
Yep. And non DVC, I have people, friends that aren't DVC. If you keep your receipt, you can go back at 9 or whatever for the firework to let you back up. So as long as you have your receipt from that same day, they'll let you back up.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That's awesome. That's a way to get a fireworks dessert party or party without paying for it.
Yep.
Just getting dinner out of it. Nice.
Yep.
So Amy, what are we thinking?
You might have to unmute.
Oh, okay. So for atmosphere, I'm going to go with Animal Kingdom Lounge or Animal Kingdom Lodge, Victoria Falls Lounge. We are huge Animal Kingdom people. I just love the Animal Kingdom Lodge. I love the feel of that lounge, and it's not super crowded. I'm not a real party crowd person, so it's never real crowded, and you get to smell all the wonderful smells coming from Boma and Chico. I just really that's just a great atmosphere for me.
Nice. Yeah. And I think the reason why I like Victoria Falls so much too is because Animal Kingdom's known for its hustle and bustle in that resort. So you're right there in the middle. You got Chico and Boma, so you're hearing all of that, but it's still subtle at the same time. So that's why you stole mine. That was my personal favorite is Victoria Falls. So I'll go ahead and mention my second favorite for atmosphere, and that's going to actually be Martha's Vineyard over at the Beach Club. I really enjoy the atmosphere over there. They have a ton of TVs so you can watch sports games. We usually are always rooting for one sports teams when we're there during hockey season. So we just, after a day of Storm Along Bay, just go in there. The food's really, really good. The atmosphere is light and it's not too crowded. It's always fairly quiet. It's kind of like backed into a corner next to aerials where they use for like the fairy tale weddings and all that. That's another story. And yeah, so we love Martha's Vineyard for atmosphere.
That one does sound like fun. And you could like pop out of, the resorts or from the parks probably and come over and just have a quiet cocktail probably.
Yeah, you could just walk there from Epcot. It's absolutely perfect. After a day at Epcot, just finish off your day at Martha's Vineyard. Usually it's open past park closing. So once the park closes, just head on over there and hang out. It's a really nice, light place to hang out.
Nice. That looks like fun.
Yeah, we love it. So let's see what our crowd is thinking. And we got Gina saying Hearthstone Lounge at Disneyland Resort and Geyser Point. Nice. Then Ron is saying so hard to pick one. They're all amazing in their own way. Like asking someone to pick their favorite child. Just can't do it.
And I love how they all make something unique to them, though. They don't all have the same drink. They don't have the same beers. Like everywhere kind of has their own flair. And I like that they kind of immerse themselves. So it gives it something different a little bit.
Yeah, that was definitely the tough part about this show. I don't think there's one, well, we'll get to that later, our least favorite, but they're all so good and they all have like their own specialty things. It's not like other resorts around the world where most of the lounges serve the same thing. It's like you'll never find the same menu twice. So we absolutely love that. And Gina's saying it's okay, we aren't open yet, so the secret's still safe. They're not open.
Yeah.
And then
They'll all forget about it by the time Disneyland opens.
So I'll forget about it. Now I won't. Now you got me getting excited for it.
Hearthstone what? I don't remember.
And then Lauren is saying, I really like the Abracadabra at the boardwalk. Even the lounge inside the hotel itself is very comfortable and calm. Nice. I've heard. And I think an honorable mention here for atmosphere at the boardwalk is Jelly Rolls. That technically counts as a lounge where you do the dueling pianos and they have drinks. I can't remember if they have any like light eats, but I do remember when I was there that they had like a full drink menu and it's awesome. It's a really, really fun environment. There is a cover charge for it, like pre-COVID, I remember, but it's so much fun. So I think
that
on
my list to go there sometime. That sounds like fun.
Yeah,
I want to go there. I've only been there once, so I really just want to get in there one more time and really see it again. It's been a while. So looks like that is going to round us out for our comments for this round.
All right, so it's my turn to bring up the last question for tonight, and that is, which is the worst DVC lounge? And so it's funny because I was telling them beforehand, I'm not sure I should be on the show tonight because I really haven't gone to any lounges. And then every time you guys mention a new lounge, I go, oh yeah, I did go there. Oh yeah, that's right. I have been to Jelly Rolls. Yeah, back in the day. Yeah, okay. Well, okay. So I have been to a few of them, but here's the honest truth. I've been to so few of them and there hasn't been a single one that I didn't enjoy. So I am a terrible one to give you any input on what's the worst lounges because I really wouldn't know of one that I haven't liked. So is there one that anybody wouldn't like? Jake, is there anything that you wouldn't like?
Mine, I actually have one that I'm not crazy about, and it's such a shame because I absolutely love the restaurant portion of this lounge, and that's going to be the Wave. I just think it's really, really dark in that environment. It's just, there's not a lot of seating. The menu's extremely limited, and like I said, it's such a shame because the Wave restaurant is just immaculate. I love that. I love that place. Just this one, it's not that environment that I look for when I want to go to a Disney resort lounge. There's just so many better options out there. But try the restaurant. Don't discourage the restaurant. It's really good.
Okay. And now you just named another lounge. I totally forgot. I've actually been there once too. and I agree. There was nothing about it that stuck out. That's probably why I never remembered going there. I went for a Resort Loop meetup. And very dark and it's kind of meh. But Alicia, how about you?
Oh goodness, this is hard. I'd rather go back and say the ones that I like that we didn't talk about yet, because there was so many great ones. But as you go through, I'm like going, well, the ones that I didn't like, we went to Old Key West, but that little bar there was cute, but it was small. Like there wasn't a lot of seats there. So I would say not necessarily for the cocktail selections or what they are serving, but just like the size of it. And so how big the resort is, it looks like maybe that one would get overrun pretty quickly. So it wasn't as like warm and inviting as, let's say, the Geyser Point and bigger lounges like that. You know, and I also think that Trader Sam's needs to be bigger. I think that, and I know they just remodeled it and stuff like that, but for the size of the demand and how fun it is, especially with now COVID kind of stuff, like just, so I would say my worst parts of the lounges, I love them. I just wish they were bigger.
And that's true with the Disneyland one too. It's way, way, way too small for the popularity that's there. Like I said, we stood in line out the door just to get inside, and there still wasn't a table for us when we got inside. We just had to stand around. So,
and I'm sure that they changed it since, I mean, because like the bar at the at Topolino's, which is amazing, and it's a huge bar, and you don't have to have reservations usually, you know, non-COVID to go up there. I mean, they take and they brand their ice cubes on some drinks. I mean, like, that's fantastic. And there's a whole, you know, so I think that the newer resorts, they've been making like, oh, maybe people want to drink after going to the park. And so they bumped up the size a little bit, but definitely the older ones, they were like, it wasn't a priority.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like kind of a theme here. Size has been a negative sometimes, and then just lack of exciting decoration has been another one. How about you, Roxanne? You got something else that is a worse for a good reason?
You know what? I just was not impressed with the boardwalk options. Bellevue Lounge and Abracadabra Bar. I feel like the Bellevue had like nothing on the menu. I think there was like French fries and that was it. And there was nothing really to choose from. It looked like a dated like grandma living room. I just did not like the like look and feel of it. It just was not inviting. Abracadabra is dark. It's small. There's very little seating. There's no bathroom. You got to go way over to Trattoria El Forno. I feel like on the boardwalk, there's so much great stuff. You can go to ESPN for a drink. You can go to Flying Fish to their lounge. You can go to Big River Brewing Company. You can go walk over to Epcot. There's so many good options on the boardwalk, but those two just didn't do it for me. I don't know. It was the menu or just, I was just disappointed when I stayed at the boardwalk. I didn't feel like there was really anything there for the lounges. You had to leave the property. So that was kind of a disappointment to me.
So that's going to stick in my memory. It looks like grandma's. That works at 50's prime time, but maybe not at a lounge.
I'm going to think of that when I go. I haven't been to the Abracadabra yet.
You gotta go take pictures.
Oh, we got to go.
How about you, Amy?
So I actually have two. Surprisingly, one is Sana. I just think it's too small and it's not that different from the restaurant. I love the bread service and I'd rather get it to go and get a drink and go sit someplace where I can watch the animals. And I'm sorry, Jake, but the other one is Martha's Vineyard. I felt like that looked like my grandmother's living room. And
well, it is.
I'm not denying that.
See the whole thing. I don't know. I just walked by and I thought, what are all those people doing sitting in a living room? I didn't even realize that it was a bar. So I'll have to check it out next time I'm there. I will give it a chance. But that would be my other one. That's definitely not. It's not on the top of my list right now.
Oh man, my heart just shattered. I love Martha's Vineyard. Oh my goodness.
We're gonna get hate mail from grandmothers all over the United States.
Oh God.
What's wrong with my living room? Stop it.
They have a good menu at Martha's Vineyard, though. That was the difference between the Bellevue and the Abracadabra and Martha's Vineyard. The menu is awesome at the Martha's Vineyard. It kind of, just these big chairs, but I think the food was good there.
I felt that way about the whole resort until I toured the rooms this last time. And when I went into those rooms, I was like, I get it. Like that 3-bedroom is like bougie once you get in it. But on the outside, you look at it and you're like, is this, a time period, location? But it does fit well once you see the, all the little clawfoot tubs and things.
Yeah, that's one thing about the boardwalk. It's like everything's turn of the century. And like Roxanne was saying, then you have ESPN and Big River Grill that are just totally not with the resort. And we love those places. That's like I consider ESPN a lounge, even though it's really not. It's a restaurant. It just feels like a lounge to me. So I guess that's another honorable mention.
Bar. It feels like a sports bar.
It's just a sports bar. So I guess it's more of a you need a reservation to get in there. Yeah. So, all right. Well, let's see what our crowd is thinking for the ones that they don't like. And we got Lauren saying that I think she agrees with you there, Amy. Sanaa's Lounge is way too small. I can't say.
Yeah, I was gonna say, especially during COVID, because I think that's where they're doing their ordering now for to-goes, and it's like, it's tiny. Yeah.
Yeah, it's tiny. And a lot of these lounges are like you said, Alicia, they're small to begin with. And now with COVID and like the reduced capacity, it's like you have to like rope drop the bar now and get there like 15 minutes before it opens to get a spot. If not, you're going to be waiting God knows how long.
Now that you said that, Alicia, that just clicked in my head when I was out there in August and I'd ordered the bread service. I was actually staying at Jumbo, and I came over there to get the bread service to go. And I remember now, because we were all standing in line to get the bread service, and it was like people were trying to get around us. You couldn't even get into the Sinai area.
It was a bit awkward. Yeah.
So
yeah.
Yeah, a lot of these places are doing that. I know the Wave is doing to go. Olivia's is doing to go, but you have to pick it up at the Gurgling Suitcase. So it's like they're kind of flooding already a crowded area with these to go options. So
yeah, I did Olivia's to go even before COVID. It's still worth it. So good.
Yep.
Oh, it's great. That's for another show, but it's great. It's just I don't know why you can't just pick it up at the front. Why do you have to go to the bar, which is already crowded? It's just
Again, that bar is small too. Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and then Gina's saying the Territory Lounge compared to Geyser Point, it's just meh. And I've always felt that way about the Territory Lounge because it's right next to Artist Point, and it's like really, really small. It's a great location. I love the location. You're right in the middle. It's just it's very small, and the menu's just not that good. I'd rather just go over to Artist Point and get something to eat.
Yeah.
And it's not open much.
No, I don't even think it's open right now. If anybody know, I think it's just Geyser Point because Artist Point is closed. So I would assume Territory Lounge is closed.
Like
as well.
I go to the Copper Creek a lot, and I don't think I've ever seen it open. So
yeah, and it's so out of place now, especially being next to a character meal. Usually lounges aren't next to character meals, but this one is. So it's like go have a drink and then go hang out with Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs because that's
kids,
who meets the Artist Point out.
turn left, kids.
yeah, I want to have a drink there. I want to have a brandy or something like that. Just that place makes me feel like I'll take a sherry or a brandy or something that has a weird name. So someday.
For sure. All right. Well, it looks like we don't have any more comments. So let's go ahead and go to our last lounge. And this one's going to get heated a little bit. We got the Member Lounge Throwdown. So we got Epcot Lounge, which is located in the Imagination Pavilion, versus Top of the World Lounge. So this one's really, really tough. They both have their pros and cons. Just to give you a little bit of facts, Epcot Lounge, like I said, is located in the Imagination Pavilion. You do need a blue card to get in there, and that's kind of where you get complimentary soda. Sometimes they have snacks. They even have like a vacation planning help desk there, and it's really, really nice. And then of course you have Top of the World Lounge, which is where any DVC member can get into, whether you have a blue card or you bought on resale post 2016 and have a white card, you can still get up there, of course, subject to availability, and a great place to watch the fireworks. There are no complimentary options at Top of the World Lounge. You do have to pay for everything, but the view definitely makes up for it. So I guess my question to everybody is, if you had to pick, if you're only at Walt Disney World for one night, which one would you go to? Or one day, if you can only pick one.
Mine's easy. Top of the World.
Top of the World.
I would rather, I'm one person I don't mind paying, but give me more, right? You don't have to, right? I don't need it free, but the exclusivity of Top of the World, of being like, oh, that's super special and only, DVC members can go there. That right there is exclusive enough and quite a gift. But then to go in there, I don't mind that. I mean, the cake looks amazing. I smell it. I can't eat it, but the cake looks amazing. And just the view up there is fantastic. I wish they had a bit even bigger menu, honestly, because I think they could be open all day, all night. I think it could be, I would, go there for sunrise, things like that, right? Why not have, all day long? It doesn't have to be a nighttime thing. It's just, I think it could be a really mainstay all the time. I hope it opens soon.
Mm-hmm.
I hope so. And I know before COVID, they used to have like painting at the top, I think they used to call it, where you used to go there during the day and do like paint your own canvas from Top of the World Lounge. And I think that's awesome. You don't even need fireworks to enjoy that. That's why I'm like, just open it already. I'll just hang out there and stare at the castle for an hour.
It's
I'm
kind
good.
of nice just having like a place that we can all be together.
Yeah, definitely. It's inclusive. Everybody gets, it's like a hangout. It's the DVC member hangout. That's literally what it is.
Yeah.
So, All right,
Well, I
Brad,
can
what are you
honest-
thinking?
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, I can honestly say it's a dead tie for me. I like them both exactly the same because I haven't been to either one. But Dad, if you're watching right now, because you're not with us yet, but I know you're going to pay attention. When you heard I hadn't been to the Top of the World Lounge, you about had a heart attack. And you told me right then you were going to fix that. So, hey, buddy, let's make sure we plan that next time we get out there. I am going to go to the Epcot Lounge, though, here in 15 days with my daughter, going out on a daddy-daughter trip. And we actually have it on our agenda because I'd never gone in there. We're always so busy. So this trip, we're just kind of slowing down, and I'm going to join. But I will say this. I think probably I would be with you guys if I was to pick one. Of course, Top of the World Lounge because of the view and the fireworks, but it is a good place for families. But the one thing I have heard is that sometimes with Top of the World Lounge is that when they bring it can be kind of a bad experience sometimes because somebody's brought their kids up there, and it's not as relaxing. Whereas the member lounge. Anybody can go in there. It's just sodas. It's not about alcohol. It's not, it's a different feel. So we won't throw them away. It's a good one, but yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes the little kids have a hard time seeing everything. Yeah. So that's at the Top of the Lounge.
It gives you more at Top of the World Lounge, which it's cool looking in the Epcot Lounge, but there's no views from there, is there? Really to look out?
I think you can see Spaceship Earth sort of, but
yeah, you can look up.
Yeah, but
now,
not
you
out.
can't look down, and you couldn't see fireworks. You couldn't see the show on the lake. None of that because it seems like everything I've seen, the view is more up. So, yeah.
So, all right, Roxanne, which one are you picking?
I am going with Top of the World, but I got to say the nice thing about the Epcot Lounge is the charging stations. You can recharge your cell phones, which is good for the teenagers in our family, 3 of them. And, it's air conditioning, so you sit down, just take a load off. You get the free soda. I think they have those freestyle machines. I mean, it's just, you feel kind of special because you can go in there. And it is nice to kind of just rest and recharge your phones and stuff. But Top of the World, if you can bring friends that are non-DVC, it just feels really special and exclusive. You're not fighting crowds, to see those fireworks. You got the music. You're on that deck. It wraps around. I mean, it's really fancy, and you feel really fancy, let's face it, up there. And you feel special. Like, this is a perk that DVC gave me, and you feel like this is kind of worth all that money. So it makes you feel kind of like you spent some money well spent, And I do like the fact that when it's over, you can get out pretty quick, go back to your hotel. You don't have to, you're not waiting for a bus, right? So that's really nice, getting out of there quick. And, the food, right? So, I mean, the Epcot Lounge, you're just kind of relaxing and charging your batteries and stuff. But up Top of the World, you can spend an hour or two, get some food, get some cake, get some drinks. I mean, it's the vibe. They've got those VIP tables when you walk in on the left, the curtains pull over. You got to wonder, it's like, there's like some celebrity over there. It just makes you kind of wonder, like, this is fancy,
Nice. Yeah, it definitely feels so elegant when you're up there. So I agree with you. I love that mural of the monorail and the chandelier. Just so fancy. I agree with you there. I love it.
Yeah.
So, all right, Amy, which one are you picking?
I gotta go with Top of the World too. It might be one of my favorite places on property. It's literally the first place we went after we signed on the dotted line for our first DVC contract. I have this adorable video of my son sort of like dancing and bopping to the music while we're watching fireworks. I don't want to watch fireworks anyplace else because I don't love the crowds when you're in the Magic Kingdom. So I absolutely love watching fireworks from up there. I love the cake. And like everyone else said, that being able to take your family and friends up there, it just makes you feel just a little bit special, like this is this cool perk that I have that I can share with other people. So absolutely, Top of the World wins hands down for me.
Nice. And I think this is going to end up being unanimous because my vote is also going to go to Top of the World Lounge. This is probably the first time everybody on the show has agreed with each other. Like everybody else, I love the fireworks view. I love that it's a place for all members to get together, not just the distinguishing between white and blue. It's just everyone who's part of the community gets to go up there and hang out. And we've actually met friends up there before. You just talk with the DVC members. It's like a great conversation starter because you're all DVC, you're all drinking the Kool-Aid, and it's perfect. And I think another underestimated thing is that we like to go up there usually for the special event parties. if we're there for a week and we only do the party once, you could see like the Halloween fireworks, the Christmas fireworks. I know for like the Christmas party ones, I know for the holidays, they do block it off for like a special member event, but pretty much like Not So Scary and Very Merry, you can go up there and watch it, and it's absolutely perfect. The 7-layered cake is a lot of fun, and the 7 Seas Lagoon drink is a fan favorite in our family. We absolutely love that one. It's huge and it's so sweet, but it's so good. And I don't know, has anybody else had the 7 Seas Lagoon here?
I've seen pictures. I think that's one of
It's
Chad's.
massive. It's like so big. Yeah. So all right,
And
let's.
Jake, I wanted to give.
Alicia,
Oh, go ahead.
I said, Alicia, I think you should pitch your breakfast at the top of the world idea to them. I actually think that's a great idea.
Right?
Like sit up there and watch the sunrise. I think that would be amazing.
Yes, it could be very relaxing. It doesn't have. Imagine starting with a mimosa up there. I mean, hello, right? Easy.
Yeah.
Nice.
The brunch. Jake, I got 2 honorable mentions. Can I just say 2 non-DVC
yeah.
favorites?
Go for it.
I got to
Of
tell you
course.
guys, Hidden Gem, Hollywood Brown Derby Lounge in the Hollywood Studios. Tables in Wonderland, when that's back up and running, 20% off, works really well there.
Take that back.
Yep, can't wait for that. So it's food and alcohol, 20% off. So I think the lounges are a hidden gem for value, because at the Hollywood Brown Derby, I usually go at lunch, we rope drop it, and we sit outside. You can people watch. Sometimes you can see shows over on the theater where the old Mickey hat used to be. But you can get these filet mignon sliders, a margarita flight. My husband gets like a Cobb salad. It's amazing. And I mean, you can get out of there actually pretty cheap for lunch with that 20% off. And it is the best food. It's closed right now, but that is a great hidden gem. And then in Animal Kingdom, my absolute favorite is the Nomad Lounge.
Oh yeah.
It is, you sit on the porch. There's outdoor wicker dining, big fluffy chairs. They come out and wait on you. It's Asian fusion. They've got like rosé, sangria, all freshly made. They've got, you can just like, our kids will go to Pizza Safari and hang out, and we'll just sit there for like an hour and relax, have a cocktail, have a lunch, chicken wings, Asian fusion, all kinds of good ribs. I mean, the Nomad Lounge, 20% off with Tables in Wonderland is a bargain. I'm telling you, it's almost the same price as some of the other quick service, counter service places, and it's
Nice.
awesome food. And the theming is really cool.
That's
Very,
awesome.
very relaxing. Yeah, I'd definitely check that one out. So those are 2 non-DVC. But again, with the Tables in Wonderland, I feel like you make your money back really quick.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That Tables in Wonderland, you get discounts at the lounges and on alcohol. With your AP annual pass card or DVC card, you don't even get the lounges, not even on the food most of the time. So that is a really good perk.
Yeah, definitely do that.
Do you have to have reservations for those?
No, the lounges, that's why I think another hidden gem is like you can just walk in, and if you rope drop them right at noon, there's usually not bad. They get more crowded as the day goes on, 3, 4, 5 o'clock, they're more crowded. But I feel like if you're not an ultra planner, I think the lounges are a really good option too, because you can just wing it. Hey, it's 1 o'clock. I feel like, taking an hour and go in the air conditioning, sit down. And even if you're not a drinker, I mean, there's coffee drinks, all kinds of stuff you can get. So
I'm always impressed by how many, creative cocktails they have that are non-alcoholic.
Yeah. Yep. Kids love it. The kids love it. It's a lot of good non-alcoholic choices for them.
Nice. Now let's go. Before we wrap up the show, let's go ahead and see everybody else's votes in the crowd. Don't want to leave them out. Derek says Top of the World Lounge, default for resale only people. That's okay. It's still, all of us like it better anyways. And the fireworks are great too. I guess we all agree with that one. Gina says another vote for Top of the World is the best. Atmosphere, food, and fun. Yep, that pretty much summarizes the Top of the World Lounge. She also says Epcot is good to cool off. Unlimited freestyle Coke products.
You hear that a lot, don't you, from people that go to I go there to cool off. It's not so.
Yep. And then Patricia, this one's funny. Give me a fishbowl and chocolate cake at Top of the World Lounge, and I am happy. Yep. Nice. Yep. I think she's talking about that 7 Seas Lagoon. It literally looks like a fishbowl.
I have another honorable mention. If anybody has been to the Dahlia Lounge, which is the top of the Grand Destino Tower, I don't think many people even know that it's there. It's elegant. It has a beautiful view. I think you can probably see Hollywood Studios fireworks and Epcot once they're both running again. And then you don't need reservations. It's a really neat place.
Yeah. And you know what? That reminds me of Topolino's, at the Riviera. If you go and have dinner there and you go outside, there's no food on their lounge, but it's at the top, and there's a bar in like the back corner, and it's just a great view at night. I mean, it is so relaxing. It's a little windy sometimes, you got to be careful when you go, but it's a nice place to just relax and have a drink at the end of the day. Nightcap. So it's really pretty up there at night.
One that can go with that, I just went there. It would be kind of like, I always like the hopping, idea is Caribbean Beach. So you could walk from there to Caribbean Beach, and I guess they have live reggae music, non-COVID, right? And I'm like, how have I not been here before? She's like, oh yeah, this place is hopping. And I'm like, oh, that could be fun.
That would be awesome.
That would be fun. Yeah, a lot of these moderates have really good lounges too. We only talked about because we're a DVC focused show,
right?
But a lot of the moderates have, like the River Roost, where you can watch Yeehaw Bob. That was so much fun too.
Yeah. So if you can walk from our DVC resort over there, right?
You would go to check out the moderates. But
I'm glad you mentioned that, Jake. I guess if we have to say worst lounge now, we'd have to say the Roost. Because they got
he's not there, so it's worthless. The place is absolutely useless. It's just collecting dust now.
Point?
I agree with you. Hopefully they'll bring that back soon. So. I hope so. Or put them somewhere else. Maybe put them at a DVC resort. It'd be unfit, but it's better than nothing. So, but all right, folks. Well, that is going to do it for our show today. Thank you to our team for joining us. Be sure to join us on Patreon if you have not already. It really helps offset the cost of the show, and it helps support us. And you also get some awesome benefits of Discord. We have the after party, which will be there now as soon as the show ends. Go ahead and meet us in the Discord hard ticket event for Patreons only. And we have a lot of fun. We get to hang out with you guys, get to know you guys, and it's a great perk of being a Patreon for our most loyal fans. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and say goodnight to everyone. Thanks again to my team and to our crowd for sticking with us. And we will see you next Sunday night. Have a great night, folks.